Okay guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be going into AutoCAD and we're going to be making this gear that's shown on your screen. So the gear has multiple concentric circles. It does have a key at the top, and then it's going to have your 18 different gear sprockets. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into a new drawing. And so what I want you guys to do is we're going to save this drawing. So go up to Save As. We're going to save it as Gear Example 3. Make sure you save it. You can save it to your desktop. If you have a OneDrive, you can do that as well. So go ahead and hit Save. If it does it, replaces it. Okay, so this is where we're going to be starting. So from the center over here, we're going to put our centered line here to the middle, origin point. And we're going to be going up to the Draw panel, and we're going to be using construction lines. So we're going to click on the center, have one construction line go this direction, click on it again, have the other construction line go this direction, click on it again, hit Escape. This is going to get us started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be building a couple of our circles right here. So we're going to be using this 3.33 line first. And so the first thing I want you guys to do is go up to Circle, select on it, select your center point, make sure you're on the center point, and you're going to be clicking. Now this is going to be a diameter, so you're going to click D, type D, hit Enter, and then you're going to type in 3.333 and hit Enter again. Okay, you can zoom in by scrolling in on your wheel, and we're going to go hit Escape. Go up to Circle again. We're going to go back to the center right here, and this one is going to be a radius, so we don't have to hit anything, of 1.5. 1.5, again, radius circle, and we're going to hit Enter. And then our last circle that we're going to be drawing, so hit Escape again. Make sure you hit the circle again, go to the center, and this again is going to be a diameter, so we're going to hit D, hit Enter, and then it's going to be 2.571. Again, diameter 2.571, and hit Enter. Okay. So this gets us our first set of circles here. The next thing we're going to be doing is offsetting. So we're going to be offsetting this line. So we're going to hit Escape. We're going to go up here to the Offset tool right here. We're going to hit Offset. And we're going to, our first offset is going to be 0.047. Enter. And then we're going to select this line right here. We're going to put one on the top, and then we're going to put one on the bottom. So you should have two separate offsets right here. And now we're going to hit Escape, and we're going to do another set of offsets. So go ahead and offset again. This offset is going to be at 0.130. Go ahead and hit Enter. And now again, we got to make sure we select our center line right here, and we're going to be going on the top, and center line here on the bottom. Okay. So this gets our offsets on this horizontal. Now we're going to do the offset for the vertical line. So again, hit Escape, and we're going to select our offset again for our vertical line. And so this offset is going to be 0.107, 0.107, hit Enter, and then we're going to select this center offset, one set, select our offset, there we go. Okay, so we have offsets on our vertical lines, and we have our offsets on our horizontal line. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is, let's talk about this tool over here. So we're going to hit the Pan tool, and this Pan tool is going to allow us to recenter us. Once you hit the Pan tool, if you want to get off the Pan tool, just hit the Escape key. Okay, and so the next thing that we need to do is we need to remove some of these geometries that we just built. And so we're going to make sure we hit Escape, and then we're going to go up to the Trim tool. And so we're going to trim this part and this part. Hit Escape again. Then I'm going to choose this arc right here. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to erase. And we'll go back to our Trim tool, and we're going to erase these ones as well. Okay, so this should get us started right now. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to actually be copying this part right here. So let's go ahead and hit Escape. And we're going to be using the polar array function for that. So the first thing we got to do is we have to select that area that we want to copy. We're going to go up to the polar array. And then when we select the center, we're going to select the center point right here. It's going to multiply that line right there. So right now there's 6 items, and so we want to change that to 18. We want to hit Enter, And then what we want to do is make sure that associative is not selected. We want to make sure rotate items and directions are selected. And then we're going to hit close array. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be making the shape of our gear. So what we're going to do is go up to this arc tool right here. We're going to zoom into this section. And so I'm going to be going arc tool, make sure that we have specify start point. And I'm going to start on this second line that's right here. I'm going to click on here. I'm going to go to this point, and then I'm going to go over to this point right here. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. So I'm going to select this. I'm going to go start point to that interior line to this line. And so that's going to give us the shape of our gear head. So now what we have to do is we have to clean up some of these geometries. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here. I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to click onto my face. I'm going to select these lines right here. And then I'm going to delete them. And then I'm also going to be going into the trim tool right here. And I'm going to hit this trim, and I'm going to hit this trim. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is I need to add a fillet right here. And so what I'm going to do is if your command line is not shown right here, you can hit Control 9. And what that's going to do is it's going to show your command line. And so with the command line shown, I'm going to hit the fillet tool. I'm going to hit radius. And then this radius is going to be, so I've selected radius, and now I'm going to type in a radius of 0.062, 0.062. I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to hit multiple down here on my command line. And now I'm going to select from here to here, and then I'm going to select from here to here. And so what that does is it kind of smooths that line out so that way it looks more like a gear's head. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to remove some of these extra geometries. So let's scroll out. So I'm going to take my select tool. So let's take these out first. I take this one. I'm going to hit erase. So let's do all of these interior lines right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this end and this end. We're going to delete those. Okay, so now we've cleaned up our geometry, and all we have left is just our gears sprocket. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to select that sprocket. Multiplying that. And so again, we're going to go up to number of items. It's going to be 18. Again, you want to make sure it's not associative. So when you hit NT and hit enter, and then we're going to make sure that this is rotate items direction, no associative, hit close array. So the next thing we need to do is we're going to have to connect these gears. And so you can see they're offset a little bit. And so what we're going to be using for that is going to be, we're going to go up to the fillet. We're going to hit the blend curves tool right here. And so I'm going to select here. I'm going to select here. And then we're going to, and so we have it connected, but we need to make sure we add this as a polyline instead of a spline. And so we're going to select that line that we just added. Let's do double click. And right here where it says convert to polyline, I'm going to convert it to a polyline. Okay, we're going to go back over here. We're going to click on our polar array right here. We're going to make sure that we hit enter. It says specify the center point. So we're going to go right here where it says center. Go up here where it says 18. Make sure you hit enter and then hit close array. And this connects all of our lines right here. Okay, so we're almost done. All we have to do is just our inner profiles. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to the circle tool. We're going to click on the center. And this first one is going to be a diameter. So go ahead and hit D, enter, and it's going to be 0.5. Same thing, we're going to go up here to the circle tool, go to the center again. This one's going to be a radius of 0.5. And then we have one more to do, again, center, and this is going to be a radius of 1. So now we have all three of those. The last thing we have to do is do our key for the center right here. So we're going to go up here to the rectangle tool, click on the rectangle tool. We're going to put our rectangle on the side right here. And our rectangle is going to be 0.12, comma 0.06. Hit enter. This is going to give us our rectangle. Hit escape. Go ahead and select this. We're going to use our move tool and we're going to move this over here to this area right here. So once we have the move, once we've moved that to the center, we're going to zoom in right here. And now we're going to take this edge and we're going to move it down here to the center right here. So go ahead and go again. You're going to select your box, go to the move tool, take it from the edge, and then you're going to put it where it specifies right there. Okay, and so now all we have left to do is just trim up some things. So let's go to the trim tool. We're going to trim out this. We're going to trim out this. And the last thing that we have to do for this model is to add our dimensions. So we're going to go up to the dimension tool. And so we're going to add a dimension here. So we're going to add a dimension here for this center circle right here. We're going to add a dimension for this circle right here. 1 radius for the key. So we have those dimensions in. The last thing we have to do is just delete this exterior circle right here. Go ahead and right click, erase. And so the last measurement we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to take the dimensions from the exterior right here. And so we're going to make sure we're on the dimension tool. And we should be at 3.333. And so that is the last dimension that you're going to have, right? So the last time, make sure you go up and hit save. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys later.